Yo, crypto nation and mining family. Crypto nation and mining family. What's going on? Of course, like always, it's not financial advice. Yo, crypto nation and mining family. What's going on out there? So today, on a Sunday, I should say, gonna be doing a little bit of updates from the mine, guys. Yo, so little updates, a little bit of news, all that good stuff. But let's kind of dig into what we got going on for today, guys. So boom. So this is one of my Hive rigs here, guys. And this is a 1070 and a 1070 Ti build, as you can see in the little bars down here. I got two TIs and then regular 1070s going out. And you might be asking, well, why am I showing something like this? Actually, I got a little bit of news, guys, about this. So, as you guys know, I do have a 1660 Ti. And every time I try to put it onto another rig, it would have issues playing with other cards. Either another card would have an issue booting up, or I would lose fan control on another card, yada yada yada. It was just an issue after issue. So I know that Mikkel already has seen this card, but I had it on Hive, but on a test bench that I had off to the side, all by itself. Now I'm able to actually put it in with a mix of other cards. Whoa, that is huge. Check this out, guys. So boom. So as you see, I've got the 1660 Ti mixed in with the what? The 1080s? Oh my gosh. It's actually playing nice. Booted up on the first try. Bam. Not an issue. And if you look at the hash rate on this, check this out. So I'm pulling the same wattage as a 1070 Ti. And I've got the same hash power. Before, whenever I sat there and had this card, it was hitting underneath a regular 1070. So as you can see, the drivers have been updated. They're able to utilize the card more efficiently. And yo, check it out. The overclocks actually work now. Oh my gosh. So I'm mining some vert. And on here I put, since vert is more CPU intensive, yo, I don't have to have any kind of memory on there. So I put that into the negative, and have the core at 110 and has been holding beautifully at 48 mega hash. Now I can unrestrict the power, put a 0 in there, and she'll jump to 50 mega hash. But for the extra 20 watts, 10 watts per mega hash, at that point, not really worth it in my book. So I backed off the power, so I'm not throwing the kitchen sink at it, guys. That's just how I roll with that one. So yeah, the 1660 Ti now plays very nicely with Hive. No issues whatsoever. I know my man Crypto Mikkel, he has been having strong arguments and harsh words with Hive, with his 1660 Ti will not play nice at all. Hive doesn't even recognize that he has a card on there. He can put it on Windows all day long, no problem. Puts it onto Linux, not a problem. Puts it on the Hive, Hive doesn't see his. He's got the MSI variant, no good. But moving along, now that we've gotten past the updates from the mine, now we can go ahead and get into FUD of the week. So as I had already said the other day, that the Iranian officials had seized 1,000 Bitcoin miners. Now Iranian officials are saying that the U.S. is trying to block them from crypto mining. That's a hell of a mixed signal, right, guys? So Saeed Zarandi, the Iranian Assistant Minister of Industry, Trade, and Supply, says that U.S. Congress is working to stop Iranians' access to cryptocurrency and Bitcoin mining. Really? So what? The U.S. is now the world overlord of Bitcoin. They have to walk up to the United States and be like, "Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Can I have some Bitcoin, please?" I don't think so. Last that I heard, Bitcoin was permissionless unless the U.S. government's figured out a way to shut off the internet. I don't think that they really have the capability to do that unless they're going to sit there and try to take the viewpoint of the government surveilling everybody and then starts reporting it to their government so that they can go and shut them down. Beyond that, I don't know how the government's going to be overstepping their boundaries like that, literally. Since they do have sanctions against Iran. Now, the sanctions are not really affecting the higher ups. It always affects the people on the bottom end, of course, right? But at the end of January, the Iranian central bank had announced its plans for a national cryptocurrency at a conference in Tehran, through theoretically similar to the Venezuela Petro. Ooh. So that'll be interesting to see how that's going to fare for them. If they're gonna I'd like to see if their central bank, how they're gonna really react. Is the central bank gonna sit there and figure out how to funnel money, because now they're gonna have complete control over a currency, where it's going, how it's being spent, to completely control its nation? But that's just my viewpoint on it. I mean, considering that also Iran's also got some of the lowest electricity rates in the country, or in the world. They've got like anywhere from like 1 cent electricity to like 3 cents. It's like, damn, I wish I could find a place like that I wouldn't have to worry about being killed on a daily basis. And then, but I try to say this. Now that a company that was doing the audit on Monero's Random X, the status has come in. They have found a few highlighted issues. If somebody uses extreme values for configuration parameters, no issues related to default parameters using Monero. So a lot of the safety and everything is there. They're just going to probably have to go back and tweak a few little areas. But here is the big one, guys. The big one. So I've been saying it this whole time, that if they switch over to here, that ASICS are next. And here it is. They also proposed a potential approach for ASICS using a custom CPU build on a VLIW, very long instructional word design, which could possibly match the execution efficiency of a mainstream CPU, but without any unnecessary CPU compositions. Of course, it is unclear of whether any design would be economically worthwhile, and building a CPU within such wide executions paths as they envisioned would be more difficult than a standard CPU. Not from the way that I was doing my research, from the way that, I could be wrong, but some of it, what I was seeing, that with the new Raspberry Pi that's coming out, that one will be able to mine on Monero. How efficiently it can compare to the CPU, I'm unsure of until the actual algorithm gets released. You won't know true hashing numbers, of course. Everything's being done on the test net. But needless to say, it is confirmed that there is a way to get an ASIC on there. And if it's any way that I think it is, it's going to be done using an SoC chip, a system over chip design setup on there that will mimic a CPU, guys. And that's something that Bitmain already has such hardware already in play. It's just a matter of, can they reconfigure their design to make a new batch of SoC chips that they could utilize with this, considering that if you really look at it, the E3 Antminers were basically SoC chips. So they basically had a bunch of hashing boards that mimicked basically a graphics card, because it was a processing chip with a ton of memory on it. That's all the E3 Antminers really were. I mean, if you really look at it, it wasn't anything huge other than just a broken down GPU, but it's the fact that Bitmain has the capabilities of doing it. And if they do, I'm sure Canon, Silicon, and various others will be able to do the same thing. So to me, I think that ASICs are a definite approach for a threat in the future for Monero. Unless they sit there and do a tweak at the last minute that will permanently boot them off, but I don't think that that's what's going to happen in this case. So only time will tell on this one. Hopefully I'm wrong, and Bitmain will never be able to put an ASIC on there. This way people can still mine Monero on a CPU, but we'll have to see. What's your thoughts on it, guys? Drop some comments in down below if you got any comments, questions, or anything like that. Love to hear what you guys got to say, and I always respond. And while you're down there, guys, definitely, guys, smash that Lizzie like button, hit the subscribe, share these videos with other people. Helps me grow my channel and get that free knowledge out to all of you awesome people out there. And with that, guys, I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.